Thanks for inviting Qvik to speak here for you all. And yeah, I'm Aura. I'm a team lead and a product designer at Qvik. And I will tell you how we are using and how we ended up to start to use Teamspective. So quick recap on what Qvik is. So we are a software consultant company. We have founded in 2008. We have about 100 employees at the moment. We are designers and consultants and developers working for our customers. We have 2 offices in Helsinki and Stockholm, and our revenue for this year will be close to 10 million. So we are growing, and our target is to grow in the future too. Yes, and we have won a lot of awards in design and development. We have this people promise that I want to share to you because it's related to this topic today. So we would like to we are aiming to have an inspiring and safe culture to support all the individuals, and we also like this learning by doing. And so we have we are creating personal plans for all the individuals in our company, and also we have true professionals, and we help our customers to really understand what the end user needs, and also we have this really strong community, and people like to spend time with each other also on the free time. So then to the topic. And so I will tell you now, why did we need a tool to measure our people's well-being? So well-being and learning they are big themes at Qvik, and like earlier we had really bad visibility of how people are really doing. We had this poly in Slack that asked just how are you doing, and that was not that good tool for discussions and that kind of things. Then at the same time we had a spring going on, and there were teams were people, organization, ways of working, and they were worked anybody of the company could join this strategy work. So yeah, and they were working on how to develop these different teams. Then we had also an organizational change that started last spring and continued. We had a pilot group, and then we continued with this autumn. So before we had really big teams. One was 40 people, so we had 3 big teams, 2 big teams, and managers didn't have time for the employees. And then so we decided to split into smaller teams so that we have team leads. And so we were looking for, at the same time when we started this pilot change in the organizational change, we were looking for a tool to better understand the well-being status of our employees. So why did we choose Teamspective? I was not making this decision, but I just discussed with those who were. So so when we had this strategy work last spring, it was really the people strategy work was focused on well-being, learning, and community, and it was behind these decisions too. And then there were not that many options on the market that's what this kind of tools, to be honest. And then we really like the way Teamspective have this poll, and it's customizable, and then it's really easy to use with the Slack integrations, and that fits very good our culture. And then also really modern and agile tool with like measurable results. And also like even the feedback was not like the focus on choosing this tool. It was a really like nice bonus. And it's actually noticed that it's used, like it's quite much used, and also it supports also this learning topic. So shortly, like how do we use Teamspective? So like on company level, we have these OKRs that are based on this Teamspective wellbeing and psychological needs, and they are followed by like the leading group and the board. And the target for was it next year was to have the well-being psychological needs as 85. I'm not sure what it is now, but but yeah, those are the targets. And then like as a leadership tool, that this is more like how I'm using Teamspective and the other team leads in the company. So as like Reko said, it's a really good tool for like the one-on-one discussions that probably you wouldn't, if you only ask it, how are you doing, then people won't bring up probably those things that are mentioned in the that are in the Teamspective poll. So like then at least I go through all the topics that, hey, this is the motivation and these were the answers in our team. Do you have anything to like comment on this? Any issues regarding this? So it's like, I think it's a really good way to create the discussions around these topics. Then we're monitoring the dashboard. Probably we started using Teamspective then in last spring with the pilot group, and now this fall the rest of the companies have joined Teamspective, but we still are in the honeymoon with the dashboard. That I know that the results come Friday 9:45 a.m. and then just know I got the results and like going happy, like really like interested and going, oh, what's this week results? But yeah, I think this is kind of a honeymoon, but let's see how it continues. And also like, yeah, like Reko said, that discussing these one-on-one, like in every one-on-one, these results, it also like tells people why they should answer. It affects things and they see that we care because we are taking up the topics. Then we of course get the 4 persons who are closer to the people when we discuss this. And then we have, like we are 10 team leads at the moment. We also raise topics from Teamspective results to discuss among team leads. We have this like weekly discussion. So for example, we had some that went on red, like we had few answers that were really bad, like, and then we raised that as a topic for the team leads and discussed that how can we improve this thing, and how like what should be like what action points is there to like to get these things to work better at Qvik. Also, like this feedback thing, we collect it regularly as a team lead. We collect from our team members, our colleagues, and the customers. And also, like if someone is asking for a salary raise or a seniority upgrade or something, we like it's a mandatory part to ask feedback. And now we have this, like previously we had just some questions that you asked through Slack or email, but now we can use Teamspective as like and ask some topics you want to ask for feedback. And also when trial period is ending, we also like ask the person to use Teamspective to ask feedback from the customers and colleagues. So this is how we use Teamspective. And what are learnings and experiences? It was really easy to take into use, since at least we didn't have any old systems that we had to get rid of. We had just that Polly. And then this dashboard is like monitored by several quickies. We don't like need to guess anymore how people are doing. Then yeah, and then it's really easy to talk about all these topics because we have the base for the discussions. And then also huge thanks to the Inspective team that you have been able to react on our special needs and helped us to build these pulse questionnaires and how often they are asked and that kind of stuff. And also answered questions if some of team leads have some I suppose upcoming question is always that why can't we see individual answers? I can guess that others are also asking that, and we always have very very good answers to this, and that why you don't want to do that and you stay behind your opinions. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aura. It was really nice to hear how you're actually using the pulse results, because I believe you're the first one who has actually put these pulse KPIs into the company OKRs. So it's very interesting, and we fully back you with whatever you need, because I think this is the direction that many companies will take.
Yeah, we had also we had a discussion about this, that should we also measure how well team leads are performing based on this pulse questionnaires, but we ended up it's not like that. We might have some quite small teams, some are only three in the teams, so they may not be that stable because maybe I think it's a better way to put in the company OKRs because then you can on company level do some strategic things to make things better. That's how should we support our team leads, that they are performing as good as possible and that kind of stuff.
Right. Does someone have questions for Aura?
It's Reko here. You mentioned that you've been asking people to use the give feedback or the tool. It's something that we've been struggling a lot to get rolling. So have you also noticed that people have been using it organically after you've been kind of encouraging it, or how has the setup been for you?
I think mostly team leads have been using it to get feedback, or maybe almost all of the team leads are new to the role. So yeah, I think at least team leads have been using it without this mandatory thing, but I think it's also good to have it partly mandatory so that people see that it's really good, a good tool, and always of course when there's this pulse questionnaire that you get, I don't remember exactly what this feedback, are you happy with the feedback quality and amount of feedback? So then you can always point out that it's you really need to, it doesn't come to you, the feedback, you need to be proactive. So in those discussions they are brought up that you really need to be active by yourself to get feedback.
Right, makes sense. Thank you.
Any other questions? I think it was quite fun, the beginning that we had with Qvik. I remember that some people were kind of surprised even to find the feedback features there, because our focus had been almost primarily in the pulse. So it was kind of snuck into Qvik, the feedback features. So it was fun to see that some people found it, and then you actually took a look at it and kind of saw that, yeah, we want to use this.
Yeah, this like process from there that now it's part of like all of our processes, and like so this feedback tool that it's like came like it wasn't as a bonus, but we didn't see like how we are going to use it, and now after half a year it's like it's in all the discussions that use the feedback.
Yeah, that's so great. Oh, love it.